Richard Louv, a leading advocate for the importance of nature in our lives, states that spending time in nature, whether in the wilderness or a city park, has profound benefits for our health, well-being, and intellect. The first part of this module's readings delve into the science behind how and why exposure to nature is so crucial for children. You will read about how nature promotes learning by improving learners' attention, levels of stress, self-discipline, and interest and enjoyment in learning, as well as improving their sense of place and commitment to the environment. Educational theories now show that interacting with nature enhances children's understanding of the natural world, strengthens their emotional, cognitive, and spiritual connection to it, and helps them understand their role in the world. More than 50 studies highlight how nature fosters a love for the environment, encouraging pro-environmental behavior. As Lowe famously said, "We cannot protect something we do not love. We cannot love what we do not know, and we cannot know what we do not see, or hear, or sense." Your first activity for this module branches the use of technology and nature integration through social-emotional learning. You will need to download the free Merlin Bird ID app prior to this activity. As you complete this activity, I want you to think about how you could integrate it into a lesson of your own, and then create a lesson or a daily ritual, such as a morning time routine, that incorporates this meditative activity. Please remember to share your lesson plan with me before moving on to the next module. Given this professional development has a focus of technology integration, you may use AI lesson creation programs for this lesson or create your own. If you choose to use an AI program to help you create your lesson, please provide the program credit somewhere on the lesson. Rachel Carson once said, "There is something infinitely healing in the repeated refrains of nature. The assurance that dawn comes after night and spring after the winter." As a leader in conservationism, Carson knew the profound impact of nature's rhythms on our psyche. Using seasonal events as a gateway to nature-based learning not only makes lessons more engaging, but also helps our students connect on a deeper level with the natural world, fostering a sense of place and belonging. The second set of readings for this module explores the biophilia hypothesis, the idea that humans have an innate tendency to seek connections with nature and other forms of life. This concept was first introduced by Erich Fromm in The Anatomy of Human Destructiveness, 1973, where he described biophilia as the passionate love of life and all that is alive. You'll also learn about attention restoration theory proposed by Stephen and Rachel Kaplan, which suggests that spending time in or even just looking at nature can improve mental fatigue and concentration. I included these readings to encourage you to think about nature-based learning from a biophilic design perspective, creating classrooms that nurture our desire to connect with nature through colors, decor, and views. While reading these articles, consider how biophilic design can be incorporated into classroom setups, what obstacles might arise, and how can they be overcome. To engage with Rachel Carson in the repeated refrains of nature, we will begin to think about seasonal events and planning nature-based lessons. This next part of the video demonstrates how I go about planning for upcoming nature-based lessons and how they can develop a student's sense of place. For this example, we will look at the fall. I begin by adding fall in the middle and then keep adding anything that comes to mind in regards to the fall. For example, there is the fall harvest, migration, cooling temperatures, the fall equinox, and seeds. I keep adding until I run out of ideas. From there, I look at the standards I need to teach. I use my idea map to see if I can use any of the concepts to help teach a standard. In the past, I have used the seeds the students have collected outside of class as math manipulatives. As the fall progresses, shadows get longer. So, to incorporate measurement, I've had students measure their shadow at regular intervals throughout the day and then use those measurements to begin an inquiry project where students predicted what would happen to the shadow length as the fall continued to winter. As the nights get colder, morning dew begins to show up. I have used dew to begin to talk about the water cycle. We started by taking a short walk around the school grounds, just making our own observations. I started the discussion by asking the question, why is there dew on the grass in the morning when there wasn't dew there a few weeks ago? By focusing on the seasons, you can bring awareness to the cycles and patterns in nature. These recurring phenomena can be used to stimulate inquiry and projection. For example, you can say, I noticed the oak trees seem to be losing their leaves before the maple leaves this fall. I wonder if the oak trees grow new leaves before the maple leaves in the spring then. Students can discuss, observe, and record data that fall. Come spring, when you are preparing to teach photosynthesis, you can remind students of your question, and the students can once again discuss, observe, and record data to find an answer to the question. This is a project you could do each year, even adding dates to track change over time. When we are able to get our students outside or bring nature inside, where they can experience it, they build memories. These memories help to build a sense of place, a connection to the area in which they live. For your second activity in this module, I would like you to create your own season idea map. Once you have completed that, brainstorm ideas on how these events can be used to help teach a standard. During the last few modules, you will be required to create and implement your own lessons. This will be a great way to begin to think about those lessons. If you ever have any questions or concerns throughout this program, please reach out to me for help or encouragement.